Dear future civil servants, welcome to Daily CSAT 2025 initiative of Connect Learner app. I am Sachin Gopanaal. This is our fourth class in this series. In this series, we will be learning CSAT questions and CSAT concepts based on previous year questions. And today's class, it is going to be a very special class. The topic is reading comprehension or passages. This class, it is not only special, it is very important. Because in your CSAT paper, the most important topic as per me, it is reading comprehension or passages. And you can take today's class as a master class for reading comprehension of CSAT paper. Because I will give you very practical and simple tips to solve any kind of passage question in the paper. Let's begin the class now. Now, before going to questions, we shall see some points about the passages that are presented in the paper. The first point is, for preparing for passages or reading comprehension for CSAT, the best source of preparation, it is not any book, it is definitely the previous year questions. Just solve the last 5 to 6 years of previous year questions, and that will give you the most precious intuition about how the passages are framed and how the questions are framed and how you must answer that. So the best source of preparation for CSAT passages, especially CSAT, that is CSAT previous year questions themselves. Then, you know, in your reading comprehension questions, a passage will be given and 1 or 2 questions will be asked based on that passage. Where do they get that passage from? Do they write that passage by themselves? No. Most of the times, like 95% of the times, the passages, they are taken from some opinion article that has been published in a very famous newspaper or journal. It might be Times of India or Hindu or Indian Express, something like that. It would have been published in some newspaper or journal, a very famous one. It would most probably be an opinion piece or an editorial kind of thing. And it would have been published some years ago, maybe 5 years ago, 6 years ago, not recently, many years ago. They will take such an opinion piece, then they will take a bits of some the passage. The passage will be lengthy. It will be 1000 or 2000 word long. They will take maybe 100 or 200 words from it and present it to you in the form of passage. And one more thing here is, they will not give the passage, the passage that they give you, it might not be in that order in the original piece. For example, I told you the passage might be 1000 or 2000 word long. It might comprising of, let's say, 8 paragraphs. So they might take the first, they might take 1 sentence from the first paragraph, 1 sentence from the second paragraph, then 2 sentences from the third paragraph, and 3 sentences from the last paragraph. And they will club all those sentences and give it to you as a single passage. Okay, so that is how CSAT, UPSC does it in the CSAT paper. Then, to solve CSAT RC questions, that is reading comprehension questions, reading habit is a very helpful tool. Reading what? Not the headlines, reading the editorial pieces or the opinion pieces. The centerfold sheet in any newspaper, the centerfold sheet, it will have editorials and opinion pieces and columns, right? Those are the best source of preparation needed for your CSAT RC questions. For the questions, go for the previous year questions. For understanding how to get an insight into what the author says, you shall develop a reading habit. Read just 1 editorial piece every day. That would be more than enough. At least if you cannot give that much time, read at least 3 editorial papers, 3 editorial pieces every week. That will be sufficient. That will give you ample amount of material for you to process in your mind. How the author conveys a message, what is the tone that he is using. You will get such inputs from it. So, do develop a reading habit. That will be very crucially helpful in the CSAT RC questions. Then, the best method to solve passage questions or the RC questions in your CSAT paper is option elimination. I will also give you step-by-step method to do that in the next slide. So just know that option elimination is the best method to solve the RC questions. Then concentrate on having good accuracy. However, there is one caveat, there is one warning. What is it? It is that you for the last few years consistently 27 questions are being asked in or on this topic RC in the CSAT paper. If you attempted all the 27 questions, I do recommend to attend all the 27 questions in RC. It is possible that you might get one or two wrong definitely. 27 questions you attempted in RC in CSAT paper and all of them you got them correct. That is a rare thing to happen, because CSAT in the RC questions of CSAT paper there is an element of subjectivity. They are not completely objective here. That is why I told you option elimination is the best method. While solving the RC questions of CSAT paper, do not think in terms of correct answer and wrong answers. Think in terms of more appropriate option and the less appropriate options. What happens is, in the 4 options that they have given you, you will be easily able to eliminate 2 of them, and there will be confusion between usually 2 of them. So actually both of them, they would be suitable. However, you have to eliminate the less suitable one and choose the more appropriate one, and that will be your answer. What do I mean by that? We shall see in the first question itself. However, do make a note of all these points. 100% accuracy in RC questions, it is near impossible. Okay. Then now we shall see. I told you I will give you steps to eliminate the options. Let's see what are the steps to eliminate the options given in the RC questions. The first step is to read the passage and underline the keywords. The passage will be this long. It will not be too long. Compared to other competitive examinations like banking or SSC, passages that are asked in CSAT paper, they are not long at all. They will be easily readable. Then do take a read at it. Then underline the key terms in it. Then look at the options and go on eliminating options one by one. How will you eliminate one? First, eliminate the irrational, irrelevant and extreme options. For example, the options that use the words only, most, not most, only, foremost or every. Usually the words that use very extreme words, the superlative term words, they will usually be extreme in their tone. So you will eliminate those one. Not always. If the passage itself gives the extreme condition, then it is okay. If the passage is not giving you an extreme opinion and the option does give an extreme opinion, then it is not your it is not to be eliminated. So however, most of the times you can eliminate the options using those words like only, all, every. Using these words, most of the times they will not be the correct answer, so you may eliminate them safely. And also eliminate the irrational and irrelevant. Some of the options, they will be speaking something that is not relevant to the passage at all, and some of them they will be giving irrational implication or irrational solution to a problem, so they are also not your answer. First, eliminate these kind of options. Then eliminate the options which are not in agreement with the content of the passage. The passage is saying something and the option is saying something else. Then eliminate that one because it is not in agreement with the content of the passage given. Then eliminate the option which is not in agreement with the tone of the passage. This is a tricky one. Tone of the passage, for example, the passage might be talking optimistically and the option might be talking pessimistically. Reject that one. The topic might be talking, it might be advisory in nature, but the option it gives a cautionary or punitive kind of impression. Eliminate that one. Just make a note of what I am telling. Once we go to solving problems, you will understand what I mean by that. Do eliminate this one also, and ultimately you will most probably be left with 2 options. Of those 2 options, you have to eliminate the less appropriate one and choose the more appropriate. This is the most difficult part. However, we will see how to do this exercise with our first example. It is a basic level question. It is just 1 sentence long or 2 sentence long passage. Your passages in the examination, they will not be so short. However, to make you understand the concept, I have chosen a small sentence. Let's solve this one and understand what I meant by eliminating options, the steps that are used for eliminating options. We will understand after solving this question. This is the passage. There's 3 lines. The building owner said, summer is approaching. All the tenants are advised to use water judiciously. What is judiciously? With good, wisely. You can in this context you can understand it as use water wisely. Wisely means not do not waste water. That is what he means. The building owner said, summer is approaching. All the tenants are advised to use water judiciously. So all the tenants are advised to not waste water. So use it cautiously. Which of the following best reflects the assumption made in the above passage? Here there are 5 options. However, in your examination there will only be 4 options. Just to make you understand the steps to eliminate options, I have given you 5 options here. Let's read one by one and go on eliminating which do not suit the content and tone of this passage. Which of the following best reflects the assumption made in the above passage? Okay. Summer is the only cause for water scarcity. Look at the word only. The owner said that summer is approaching, and I think he assumes that when summer comes, there will be scarcity of water. So he is advising his tenants to not waste water. However, he is implying that summer might cause water scarcity, but he is not implying that only summer will cause water scarcity. There might be multiple other reasons. There might be water scarcity even in winter also. So we will eliminate option A because it is an extreme case. It is saying only summer. So summer is not the only cause. Summer might be one of the causes, but summer is not the only cause. So we will eliminate option A. Let's take a look at option B. It might be better to vacate the tenants of some of the houses to save water. Now, this is an extreme case. The building owner said, summer is approaching, so we shall not waste water. He says this to the tenants. However, he is not implying any intention to vacating any of the tenants at all. This is an extreme case. How? Because he is merely using the word advised. He has not warned them. He has not threatened them. He has not talked about a water scarcity that is already there. No. He is saying summer is approaching. All the tenants are advised to use water judiciously. So he is expecting that water scarcity might happen. However, it might be better to vacate the tenants of some of the houses to save water. No, that would be an extreme steps to take. Even after the summer comes, water scarcity might not happen. He has not decided that water scarcity will definitely happen. He is just preparing for a possibility. So to say that it is better to, or it might be better to vacate the tenants, no, that would be an extreme case. So we shall not do that one. This passage is not implying this at all. Okay. Let's look at option C now. It is all right to use water liberally for washing cars. Liberally, it is the opposite of judiciously. So this option says that, okay, even though the building owner says to use it judiciously, for washing cars, let's make an assumption. We can use water freely for washing cars because maybe cars are very important. No, we will eliminate this one because it is not in agreement with the content of the passage. The content of the passage says judiciously, specifically judiciously, but this one says liberally. No, we will eliminate this one. We eliminate this one and this one because they were extreme cases, and this one because it is not in agreement with the content of the passage. Let's go to option D now. The building owner taking action against the tenants wasting water is a possibility. Now, here the word possibility is used. Yes, it is possible. If some of the tenants, they did not follow his advice, it might be possible that he might take action. He might ask them to vacate or something. But we will not select this one until we have read the last option. We will not select any of the options until we have finished reading all the options. This is a possibility. This is a contender for the answer. However, we shall read the 5th option also. Water scarcity is a possibility in summers. Yes. This is the assumption made because if water scarcity was not a possibility in summers, the building owners would not have said this at all. So if he is saying that, if he's advising his tenants to use water judiciously, then he has at least he believes for himself that water scarcity might happen. So this seems very right. However, we have not ruled out this one. Let's take a look at option D again. The building owner taking action against the tenants wasting waters is a possibility. Now, this might be true. However, this is definitely true. This might happen, but this is definitely true, because if the building owner has said that summer is approaching and all the tenants are advised to use water judiciously, it means that he believes that in summer water scarcity might happen. So option E is definitely true, because he seems to have believed it. Option D, it is a possibility. However, when it comes to being more appropriate one, this is more appropriate. And why? Because let's say water scarcity was not a possibility. Let's say water scarcity was not a possibility in summers at all. It was not a possibility at all. Then would the owner have said this? No, right? If water scarcity was not a problem, then he would have no point in saying this at all. Okay, let's try to negate this one. Is it possible that the building owner might not take action? Yes, it is possible, because he has merely used the word advised. He has not used the word warned or any such strong term. He is just giving an advice to his tenants. So even though they might not use water, we cannot say that he will definitely take action. He will just he might just come and scold them, or he might just do some oral argument with them. However, taking action, we do not know if he will do that or not. Yes, so this is a possibility, and this is a possibility which might or might not happen. However, this he certainly believes it to be true, because if he did not believe it, he would have not said it at all. So when it come to appropriateness, option E is more appropriate and option D is less appropriate. So we choose option E to be the answer. I think this example, it gave you a very good idea of option elimination method. This is a very simple passage, and I use the options to give you an understanding of how UPSC frames the options and how you need to think, reason and eliminate the options. Okay. Now, if you did not understand this one, just replay the video from where we began this question and understand the logic once again. Now we will go to an exam level question now. This question, it was asked in the 24-year paper. Let's take a read at it. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization, 1/3 of food production for human production is lost or wasted globally. Food is lost or wasted throughout the supply chain from initial agriculture production to final household consumption. The increasing wastage also results in land degradation by about 45%, mainly due to deforestation, unsustainable agriculture practices, and excessive groundwater extraction. The energy spent over wasted food results in about 3.5 billion tons of carbon dioxide production every year. Decay also leads to harmful emissions of other gases in the atmosphere. Addressing the loss and wastage of food in all forms is critical to complete the cycle of food sufficiency and food sustainability. Okay. Now, what did I tell you? The first step should be, when you look at the passage, it is to read the passage and then underline the key terms. Okay. Now, I have divided the passage into sentences just to make it easy for you, because this is the first RC problem that you are solving. So let's understand it sentence by sentence, and I have already underlined the key terms. In the first sentence, according to the Food and Agriculture Organization, 1/3 of food produced for human production is lost or wasted globally. I will underline food lost or wasted. It is not necessary that you underline the same key term that I underlined. You may underline any word. You may underline food, human production, lost, something like that. It is left to you. However, it should be such a term that will give you the essence of the sentence. Okay. Food is lost or wasted throughout the supply chain from initial agricultural production to final household consumption. I have underlined throughout the supply chain. The increasing wastage also results in land degradation by about 45%, mainly due to deforestation, unsustainable agricultural practices, and excessive groundwater extraction. I will underline land degradation. The energy spent over wasted food results in about 3.5 billion tons of carbon dioxide production every year. I will underline energy spent. Okay, energy and carbon dioxide production. Decay also leads to harmful emission of other gases in the atmosphere. So decay will leads to harmful emission. Addressing, so we need to address the problem. Addressing the loss and wastage of food in all forms is critical to complete the cycle of food sufficiency and food sustainability. Okay, we underline the key terms. Now let's look at the options. The current method of food distribution are solely responsible for loss and wastage of food. Look at the word solely. It is an extreme case. I told you the words like only, every, they are extreme cases. So here the word solely is used. So it is an extreme case. It says that food distribution is solely responsible for loss and wastage of food. However, what does the passage say? The passage says that food loss and wastage, it occurs throughout the supply chain from production to consumption. So it is not mere food distribution. It is all the steps: production, distribution, and also consumption. All the steps it happens. So food distribution is solely responsible? No. So we'll eliminate option 1. Let's look at option 2. Land productivity is adversely affected by the prevailing trend of food loss and wastage. Yes, this is true. How? Because where does it say? Yes, it talks about land degradation, right? So land productivity is affected. Yes. So we'll keep option 2 as a contender. However, we will not select it until we have eliminated the other 2 options also. Reduction in the loss and wastage of food results in lesser carbon footprint. Reduction in loss and wastage of food results in lesser carbon footprint. Yes, this is also very true. Then let's look at the 4th one. Post-harvest technologies. I think this is not a question with 4 options. These are the 4 assumptions and we need to select them. Okay. We look at the 4th assumption. Is it assumption? Inference. Okay, inference. Post-harvest technologies to prevent or reduce lost wastage of food are not available. Post-harvest technologies. There is no talk about post-harvest technologies at all. It does not say that there is non-availability of post-harvest technology. So this is irrelevant. So we will eliminate option D. So inference 2 and inference 3, they are correct ones, and inference 1 and 4, they are not correct ones. So do we have an option 2 and 3? Yes, option B is our answer. Also, if you did not know 2 and 3 are the answers, we could eliminate option 1, right? Because of the word solely here. Then option 1, it is there here, here and here. Option B is the only option where 1 is not there. So that would be your answer. Even if you had confusion between the other 3, if you had eliminated inference 1 because of the word solely, then you could have landed on the correct answer. Okay. This is a very important class, as I told you. Consider this as the master class for your reading comprehension. These are the steps that I told you in the previous problem and this one. These are the only steps that you need to answer your any RC questions in the examination. However, with more exposure, you will be able to follow the same steps with more confidence and more accurately. Okay. Now we shall see an homework question. This very different from your all the earlier classes. This homework question, it will not be an RC question. It will be a simple question. What is the angle between the minute hand and the hour hand when the clock shows 4:25 hours? What does the question say? In an analog clock, the time is 4:25. So the minute hand is showing here and the hour hand is showing here. And what is the angle between them? So this is the question that this PYQ it is asking us. So there is how to solve this one? There is a simple method to solve this one. Whatever the time be, just multiply the hour number with 30 and the minute number by 11/2. That is, do 4 into 30 and 25 into 11/2. Take the two products. take the difference between them. Whichever is bigger, subtract it from the smaller one. And the difference between them, that will be your answer. So just multiply 4 with 30 because 4 25 and 25 with 11 by 2. These two are constant always. You always need to multiply the hour number with 30 and always need to multiply the minute number with 11 by 2. Take the difference between the two products and that will be your answer. So solve this one. It is a very easy one, and leave your answers in the comment section. We shall discuss the answer to this question in the next class, that is tomorrow's class. Okay. Now it is time to discuss the answer to the yesterday's class homework question. This was the yesterday's homework question. In a school, a large cube-shaped cake is cut by teachers and distributed equally among the children of 5 classrooms with an average strength of 25, such that one teacher can make only one cut. What is the minimum number of teachers required to cut the cake? So, I had told you to use two formulas to solve this question, right? What was the first formula? The first formula was average is equal to total divided by number of items. In this context, what is the average? They have told us that the average strength is 25. The average strength is 25. So the average is 25. And we need to find the total strength. We'll keep total as it is. And what is the number of items? That is 5 classrooms, right? So the number of items is 5. So what will the total be? 25 into 5. That will be the total strength of the school. So total strength of the school, that would be 125. This is the strength of the school. Now we are not done with the question yet. Now the question says that a large cube-shaped cake, it is to be cut among these 125 children so that each of them get equal amount of cake. And this is the question on cube cutting, and we have a formula for this one, right? Whenever a cube is to be cut into smaller number of cubes, and the number of small number of cubes, it is a perfect cube number, then the formula that we use is cube root of n minus 1 into 3. Yes, in this case n is 125. So what do? We will do cube root of 125 minus 1 into 3. What is cube root of 125? That is 5, because 5 into 5 into 5, 25 into 5, that is 125. So cube root of 5 is 5 minus 1 into 3. That would be 4 into 3. What is 4 into 3? That is 12. So in this question, the answer is 12. So if so 12 cuts are necessary, and one teacher can make only one cut. So 12 teachers are necessary. Okay. I hope that you liked today's class. I hope that it was helpful and beneficial to you. If you like our classes, do watch us regularly. We upload one class almost every day, from supposedly from Monday to Friday. Every day we upload one class. Also, we have a paid course for CSAT paper of 25 year. Do subscribe to the course. The details of the course, they have been given in the comment section. All the best, and most of all, happy studying.